Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Main Event Radio Show. Avi's here, Daddy's here, but bump all that ain't about us. Ladies and gentlemen, Famous Nobody's representative, Black Rose's representative, and if y'all know, you know her trademark signature, it basically goes something like this. And that's that. Ladies and gentlemen, Dutch Rebelle is in the building!
I'm a wrestler, y'all. I thought I was supposed to come out and start doing jumping jacks, don't like jump rope.
Hello, Dutch.
What up?
Thank you for coming back. This is like, what, your sixth time here?
Yeah, probably.
Something like that.
But this is her first time when I'm in the building.
I know, right?
I'm super excited.
Shout out to that.
I want to give a special thanks to Dad, because I was when he said you were supposed to come earlier, I was all upset, because I'm like, I don't come during the afternoon.
I was in New York.
Yeah, he's like, well, she's coming at our slot. I was like, yes. So, yeah. Thanks for making it.
Wow.
For having me. I'm happy to be here, as usual.
Man.
I feel like this is kind of like my living room now at this point. So.
Married to the music, man.
Yeah, man.
It's here.
Yes.
Banging record.
Thank you for coming to the dress rehearsal.
It was fun. It was
good
I had a
time.
great time. That was a networking event everyone should have been to.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah,
classic.
But we're having the reception on the 24th, so everybody can come in.
We will be there for that. That's the basically her main event.
Yeah.
Word up. So, where do we? I don't even know where to begin because I pretty much know everything about you.
I don't know everything.
Go ahead. The sky's the limit.
Can you talk at the beginning? What made you fall in love with music? Let's go with that. Let's go with the theme.
I've always loved music. My parents are really into music. Like, you know, I've always had like a lot of, I'm Haitian Dominican, so like, you know, a lot of compa and like merengue and stuff playing in the house. But like hip hop, my brother actually introduced us to me. I have an older brother. You know, he's a little Haiti Miami type dude. So he basically put me on to music. When he would come up from Florida, he would bring like his Goody Mob and his Pastor Troy CDs and all of that. So he kind of just, you know, it wasn't really my choice to be honest. Like he just put, like got me hip to it. But after a while, you know, I started just getting the interest. You know, your little sister, you want to dig into like what all the older brothers and uncles are doing and stuff. So I just kind of made my own way through it, borrowing people's CDs through like, you know, the Nas era and all of that, and just like being able to fortunately be around a time where there were like some real lyricists. It was kind of easy. I was always into reading and stuff, so I mean, it was just, I've always known it. Really is, well, since I was like 9. I'm not gonna say always, but since yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty dope. Like it's interesting.
From there.
It always interested me, so
yeah.
Wow, can anything? I know you can go ahead and ask away.
Yeah, ask away. Ask away.
Trust me.
She
We
open
got questions for days.
I know, right?
I know.
Here's one question I never did ask. What is your favorite show moment to date?
What is my favorite show moment?
Show moment. The time when you're on stage where if you were not able to unfortunately see tomorrow, we don't want to wish that. But if you could look back and say, you know what, that moment right there is when I killed it the most. What moment would that be?
And you knew that was like your turning point.
I would say probably I was out in Providence. I think it was the CNN show.
Nice.
And yeah, it was like the first time that a lot of people from out of town went, like, you know, Boston people traveled up to Providence to just show love, and like the crowd was like real dead before I went up there, like, and everyone came to the front, and it was just kind of like, yeah, I never seen that before. So many people up in the front knowing all the words and the songs that I kind of knew, and seeing, like, you know, for example, Ketchup, you know, my other thing, Ketchup, like, that wasn't written down or recorded at the time, and people knew it word for word, and it was just like, damn, like, it's that, you know, they say that high that you get, like, once you get it, you're not really gonna ever, like, not want to get it again.
Wow.
So, like, that was pretty dope. I always think about that time, because I remember, like, my little cousins were in the front, and I was like, damn, you guys turned 21, like, 2 days ago, like, but you guys are here, like, it was dope. It was really dope, so.
Please tune in right now. That's what's up, man. So, let's see, where do we get... Okay, for those that don't know, who are some of your upcoming, you know, people are early in the game that you listen to as a youngster? You mentioned Nas.
Yeah.
You're a big Fugees fan, but who else caught your ear as a youngin' coming up?
Missy Elliott, of course. Honestly, I liked a lot of, like, the rah-rah guys, like, you know, like the Mobb Deeps and you know, shoot, even like the Onyx. I remember like watching Onyx videos, like, yo, these dudes are crazy. What's wrong with them? Like, but you know, it was interesting to me. But I listened to a lot of reggae growing up, honestly, like a lot of dancehall. I listened to a lot of like Vybz Kartel, Finnan, like Bounty, a lot of Conscious, like Buju, Sizzler, like. you know what I mean? I that's why I like with my music, like I try to not really stay in any type of lane because that doesn't, I don't know in one type of lane. I have a, you know, kind of like a diverse background, so I heard a lot of different types of music growing up. A lot of like, even shoot, I used to go to sleep to Michael Bolton, yo. I used to with the Michael Bolton rock. Kenny G with the what? Kenny G, yo, Kenny G's a beast. Like Kenny G used to rock. I used to get those CDs from like the, you know, the clearinghouse, like. They used to send like the 6 to 8 CDs in the box to see your crib. Yeah. What? I used to have the Kenny G to score. Like, man, I was on. That's so bad. I was on.
Oh.
I listened to a lot of different types of music to answer your question. That's what's up.
Wow. I just learned something new about this. I didn't.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Kenny G.
Michael Bolton. No, I'm just shout out to Michael Bolton.
That's why we have to talk. Like, yo.
How am I supposed to live without you?
Yeah, he is crazy.
So, outside of music, who would you say your inspiration was and why?
Outside of music, honestly, I was I liked Lucy. I know that's weird, but you know Lucy, like I love Lucy. Like she was actually one of the first women to like own her network, like doing TV shows and stuff like that. Her and her husband, like, you know, Lucy Desi, whatever. But yo, I loved watching her. I watched a lot of like black and white TV growing up because, you know, you chill with your grandma a lot and then, you know, you watch what they watch.
Trying to make a night.
And yeah, exactly, Nick at Night. They're telling them all like, so like she was just. It was weird, but she was kind of inspiring to me. Like watching her, she was really funny. You know what I mean? Like, she was really funny. She wasn't like scared to be like goofy and everything, but she was still like real fly and everything. I mean, my mom is kind of like, she's a great model. Like, you know, we have like a domino ritual at my house every Friday night, and like I remember growing up, like coming down in my pajamas, my mom's down there cracking bones, like, and you know, just chilling. So it's like music outside of music, it's just people, like people who were able to like carry themselves. You know, even if they have a not so expected background, they're still kind of keep you guessing. You know what I mean? So just stuff like that. A lot of authors. I read a lot. So Zora Neale Hurston, she was a boss too.
Very knowledgeable lady over here.
Yes. Yeah, I be reading this stuff.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just now tuning in, we got Lettuce. AKA
Your soul. For your health.
In the studio one time. Married to the Music is available. Will there be hard copies of this?
Of course. MTTN.
Gotta have it. I can't wait to get the hard
copies. Are coming out. You can get them right now on Bandcamp for $6.17, $6.17, of course.
$6.17.
I believe it's on iTunes now. We are live. It is about $9.90. I believe it's under $10 on iTunes.
Still not bad.
And we've been doing, I mean, you know, not trying to beat nobody over the head. We're just trying to keep ourselves out of 9-to-5s. You feel me? That's all we're trying to do. Keep Sally Mae off our back. That's all we're trying to do, man.
After giving out free projects, it's about time you just sell one.
I mean, but of course, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, we got a lot of things coming out. There's going to be a lot of goodies and surprises. And of course, there's going to be another free project coming out real soon. So,
make your money, girl.
Yeah, we're just trying to rock, you know. But 617, why not? There's a lot of things that we want to do. And, you know, it takes the deal.
Now you're doing it.
But it's going great. A lot of people have been supporting. We've been waiting for the hard copy. The hard copy will be cheap, actually. It'll be about $5. So, you know, you can cop like 2. And the packaging is dope. Shout out to Stay True. Oh, man. Yo, you got to. Like, I feel like, you know, it's all of our journey, honestly. Like, I think I try to keep everybody included in what I'm doing. And you guys have fortunately been rocking with me. So it's like I feel like everybody listening to each record, like they knew where they were at when I was doing it, or like when I was talking about it, or you know what I'm saying? It's you know, 617, man. You're doing all right.
617, all day, every day. Now, okay, so for those that don't know, Dutch, who are your top 5 of all time?
Oh my God, why do you keep asking me this?
Because this is a segue, trust me.
Dylan. No, okay, hold on. Missy Elliott, obviously. We're going to start with Missy. Okay. Biggie. I mean, you can't, I feel like you can't, see, there's certain greats like Hov, like you can't really talk, like they don't count. You know what I mean? They don't count. I feel like when you're legendary, you technically don't count. Yeah, so people I listen to the most, let's say that. Let's listen to the most growing up. I did listen to a lot of Missy. Okay. I listened to a lot of Big. A lot of Big. Alright. I love Big Pun also. Big L. I'm gonna go over 5 because I'm gonna just do that. Some letters. Who else? Mobb Deep. Mobb Deep was dope. Busta. Crazy.
Damn.
Wu-Tang.
Damn.
All of them.
Okay.
You know.
Hey, that's about 7. That's cool. Yeah. All right. So let's just say Big L was still alive.
Yeah.
God, wish he were. Oh, and he heard you spit. Let's just say he was at Lace Boston. Let's just say he was.
What?
And he pulled you aside and was like, look, I know you're loyal to your fellas. I know you're loyal to P and Brooke and to Reg and everybody, but I want to sign you to a deal for 4 albums. And you said, okay. Spoke it over. You give him a call 5 days later. Yeah, we can do that. I got to bring my team with me, though. And he says yes. And he gives you $500,000 to do your own show at the Paradise Rock Club for 1 night.
Yeah.
He says you got 6 people can open up for you. Who would those 6 be?
Go.
Shucks. All right. In the world?
Anyone. Any genre, dead or alive.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Yes.
That's our question.
Oh, wow.
I got money on this girl.
Oh, wow. All right.
got
So
money.
open for me? Damn.
Yep.
I mean, I'd be greedy, though. I just want to see these people perform, to be honest. Queen Badu all day. Erykah Badu is crazy. She can do whatever the hell she wants, to be honest with you. I don't care what she comes out and does. The Roots. Jeepers Creepers.
I knew she was going to say.
Mr. Cheeks.
Yep.
Dead or Alive?
Dead or alive. Any
Dead or
genre.
alive.
Babe, all day. Are you serious?
Yep.
And
2 more.
That was only
2 more?
She got 4 more.
I
said
you
6.
said 6 and she's
Yes.
already at 4. I'm counting.
That was, she said Erykah. She said
Ruth. Cheeks.
That was 3.
Big.
Big, yeah.
Oh, damn.
So?
Lost. Okay, fine. Bomb for myself.
I'm at how many do I have left?
That's
Yeah,
2 more.
Yeah, 2 more.
Fine.
Damn, this is so hard. 2 more, you said?
Yes,
More.
there's 2.
2 more. Okay.
Any
2
Well.
more.
Unsigned,
I want to see
signed.
vibes.
Oh my gosh.
Well, he's in jail, so.
Oh my gosh, this is hard. I gotta get some.
I'll be sugar.
Anybody, dead or
Anybody.
alive.
Dead or
Anybody.
alive, signed, unsigned, don't matter. Any
Michael
genre.
Jackson.
Nice.
All right,
I
one
have
more.
to see that.
Nice.
One more.
We stumped us.
Nah, it's just so many. Like, there's so many, yo. Are you serious?
really is, I
There's
know.
so many.
It really
like,
is. Just one more.
And no doubt.
Good.
Okay.
Yep.
Good lineup.
I would go.
Good lineup.
Yeah.
And then and then after all that, the FN crew terrorizes it forever. I am there. So there. Word
That's
up.
so hard.
Absolutely.
I feel like I have to ask myself that question every day now.
Right? To see any other radio DJ ask you that question.
I would love to see No Doubt perform. I would definitely.
I would
see
too.
No
I
Doubt
like Gwen
perform.
Stefani.
Gwen Stefani is my
Shout out
girl.
to
She's
her.
always killing it.
Word.
Always. They be jumping around and
Goes on
stuff.
hard.
Michael Jackson, I feel like you would never sit down. So
No.
why not? Like that's who the heck? I mean, I don't know if I'd be able to perform after these people though.
Yes, absolutely.
Sheesh.
You would.
Absolutely. Yes, you would.
Yeah, you
Michael
would.
Jackson, no, I'd be everybody. I wouldn't be able to go. Like,
You would. You
God,
would.
oh wow.
That's
Yeah, that's
what's
an
up.
awesome question. That's a great question.
Hey.
Talk about Michael Jackson though. Where were you? What was your feeling when you found
Oh
out?
my
about the
gosh.
news?
I was so sad. Like I was like, I mean, you know, you watch everything and it's, you know, that saying, I can't remember where it's from. Brooke always talks about it. Like, you know, you either die a hero, or you live to become a villain. Like
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
Yeah, like that's just, it made me so sad. But it was just like, he's done so much. He's gonna live forever, obviously. But he was just young. Like I would love to have seen what he was gonna do if he just got a couple extra more months. So
Yeah, that tour
yeah,
would
it
have been
is
crazy.
sad. I mean, I feel like everybody felt the same. Like that's a legend. Like more than a legend. That's Michael Jackson. Like he's above that word.
Yeah.
To be honest, he's Michael Jackson. You know, that's universal term. And yo, he's the boss don of all of this.
Yeah.
Like all of this
Yeah.
performance,
Entertainment.
match with song, match with work ethic, match with charisma, match with like that's a model right there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's what's up.
yeah, that's great. So yeah, it was definitely shocking. It was same like how I felt like when Aaliyah died. It was like damn,
Mm.
you know what I mean? Like wow, because it's people that you really grew up with. You
Right.
know what I mean? So
Real talk. So where were you when you know, unfortunately this is even more tragic because this is closer to what we do. Where were you when Heavy D died, and how does someone of his status touch an MC like you?
damn, where was I when I found out Heavy D died? I think I was at home. I think Twitter told me, and like that sucked because I believe that I had seen, like, you know, they were promoting like the last tweet that he did.
Yeah.
I think I saw it like live. I remember seeing it, and I was just like, oh shoot, Heavy D, like he's on Twitter. You know what I mean? And one of my good friends actually, I don't know, you know, if you ever said this in interviews, but Cyrus the Shield, you know, he's a great singer. Like he actually, you know, he's a great like studio buddy of mine, and I always ask, you know, what do you listen to get you in the spirit? And it was Heavy D, and we had just talked about this like a couple of days before he passed. And you know, it made me kind of go into his catalog like just around the time before he passed away, because it's just like, yo, all his music really was like feel good music, whether he was talking about the girlies or just chilling with his boys, like, but it was all like make you feel good music, which is of course the best music there is, because it associates it with like a memory or something. So yeah, that was like, we were losing a lot of greats at the time. You know what I mean? It was just kind of rough, yo. Like it was just a rough patch, to be honest. You just like, but at the same time, they're older. They were older. You know, hip hop music is getting older. Like some of our greats are like 40, 50, 60
It was
now.
44, yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, it's more like motivating in a sense. Like we gotta, like, all these young bucks, they gotta hold this throne down the right way, because the people who can show us how to do it, we're losing them. So it's like, you hurry up and learn, because they might not be around anymore, so we can carry this the right way, you know what I mean? So it's real unfortunate, but it is life at the end of the day.
Who are you listening to now that do? Who do you think right now can really fulfill what the legends have set forth?
Besides yourself, clearly.
Word.
We wouldn't have you
True
in here.
life. True life. Oh, man. Darn. It's a hard question.
It is.
I mean, honestly, I don't, this may be arguable, but I think Ross is going to be around for a while. Whether people think so or not, he's going to be around for a while. Because he's doing, the music is there. He's going to be around for a while. I'm just going to say that. But besides that, like, up-and-coming artists, yo, to be honest, there's so damn many of them. Like, and that's kind of the problem. Like, we don't really know how many of them are gonna stay around. To be honest, one of my newer thoughts on that was Tyler, the Creator. Like, I've been watching him do his thing, and I'm like, you know, Tyler's gonna be around for a while. Like that last video he put out, I was rolling, laughing, like, and he knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? So he's gonna be around for a while. I think that he has the confidence and the balls, I guess you could say, enough to push that envelope, which is music at the end of the day. I mean, Eminem did it. You know what I mean? Somewhat. So it's like, I think he's gonna be around for a while. Newer cats, shoot, like, I don't know. I think Diggy's gonna be around for a while.
Yes, I was saying that too.
Diggy's gonna be, he is. Whether you listen to him or not, he's gonna be around for a while. He's definitely gonna be, because you loved him since he was on a TV show. Now he's making music. Are you serious? Like, everybody knows. All these grown men singing his song. Like,
we watched him grow up.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you got a lot. I mean, people stay power. Like, you got the Action Bronsons. You know what I mean? Like, I see Mac Miller's doing his thing. I don't think Nicki's going anywhere really. I mean, you know, she might be getting into some bumps right now, but I think she's too smart, like, to really drop out completely. Like, I really do. So, as far as newcomers, yo, there's just so many of them. I love Big Crit. I think Big Crit is straight.
Everyone talks about
Big Crit's solid. He's straight. He's good. He ain't going nowhere. Big Crit is awesome.
Fred the Godson's dope.
Fred the Godson is the homie.
Yeah. And
Blockwork.
And shout out to someone that you actually worked with, Rex. What was it like
Rex is just amazing.
working with Rex?
That's not a newcomer to me at all.
No.
Rex is just... Rex is Rex all day, every day, live wire, no doubt about it. But he's awesome. Like, I think that he is definitely one of my inspirations as far as like a local artist. I mean, he's not really local, but from our area. Yeah. And his energy and his passion for this is like ridiculous. And I've seen that live, and you know, chilled on, you know, just chilling personal levels, like hanging out. But musically, like, he gets in there, he gets busy, yo. And like, we'll be sitting, and I'm like, Rex, you right in? He's like, yo, I'm already 8 in, yo, chill out. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, he's very comfortable with it. Yeah. And it's very dope to watch, honestly. Like,
that was
dope to watch.
Shout out to Rex,
man. I got to rock with him, Terminology. He showed me a lot of love. So, you know, he introduced me to a lot of great people. So
we might see a Term collab in the future.
Me and Term rocked at another radio station out here on some fly stuff. Like, just did a whole cypher session going back and forth. It was dope.
Oh man, see, that's footage right there.
Yeah.
So Dutch, I got a question for you. So we're talking about, you know, these upcoming artists and whatnot. You're clearly from Boston, representing Boston all day, every day, you know, all your music, all the time, showing much love. And as we said, you're a very humble person. You know, I've met you in the streets, there's some performances, and just you're very welcoming, you're very approachable. And it's very, very appreciated by, I have to say, a lot of people, and everyone said the same thing. We have a lot of artists that come out in and out this door all the time. Yeah. And one thing I want to ask you, because you're very experienced within this industry, is how do you feel the music industry is in Boston right now and where it's headed? And 2, what advice can you give people out there really trying to start up, who are unsigned, who might not really have a huge team, but might be like 3 people, you know?
Right. I mean, you know, that's a good question that you talked about team, because honestly, like, you could be your own team as long as you need to be, but you cannot do this by yourself. It doesn't work like that. You can't be every position that is required to move something like this. And the quicker you learn that, you'll be all right, honestly. Because I think the biggest issue, and on the flip side, my tip for people is you don't know everything. You don't know everything. Half of these artists who, you know, really are the number one people to say I'm this and I'm that. It's like you've never even rapped off Blue Hill Live, yo. Chill out. Like you can't do that. You gotta treat it like any other. You gotta grip that this is a business as well. I mean, it's like racquetball and NBA. I always say that. You can play in the streets, you can play in the hood, or you can play for a profit as a career. And if that's what you want to do, then, you know, you really got to humble yourself and you got to educate yourself on how this game works. Like, it's not just I'm going to go out and spit and somebody's going to sign me. It doesn't work like that. Because if you can't, if you don't believe in yourself, why should anybody else? Like, for example, you can't say you're the illest on the block and you have like 40 mixtapes and I've seen you perform twice. I've seen a lot of shows. I've seen a lot of people putting on. I know where you're at. Like, and then you know, a lot of people, well, I'm performing out overseas. I'm in Europe. I'm in da-da-da-da. But nobody believes you because nobody saw anything. And it doesn't matter because you have no following. And if you think that you can get in this game right now that we're in, where CD sales are not really bubbling like that, if you don't have a following, you don't have people coming to your shows, then you're not on. You're not on. You're not communicating with anybody. Nobody hears you. The internet done got everybody like gassed up thinking that they're now artists, like just because you got a couple of Twitter followers. It doesn't work like that. Because when they turn off the computer, there's a lot of things that go on in other people's lives. And there are other artists who, you know, for example, like they have like millions of views on YouTube, and it's because they put the work into their music, and like they're out there in the streets, but you don't really see them like being pushed. They're just working, actively working, not talking about how ill they are. You know what I mean? And you know, the Boston scene, like there's a lot of artists who think they know it all. Is one part, and then another part is that they're just not. They're lazy, yo. Like, I don't know if I have to sugarcoat that, but they're just lazy.
Don't sugarcoat here.
They're just lazy. Like, a lot of them are just lazy. They're like, yo, I don't know why it's not working. I don't know why it's not working. It's like, yo, I mean, if you would put in as much work into that or effort into that as you would into half the stuff you do, like, it would work for you. And if it's not, then somehow you're just not that good, man. You gotta understand it as well. Like, not everybody can be.
This ain't for everybody.
It's not for everybody. It's not. Like, I'm hitting the ground running. It's just y'all seem to like me for some strange reason. Like, you know what I mean? But I put the work behind it, and to each its own. Every style is different. Like you said, you know, you can have a team with 2-3 people. Of course you can. But everybody has to recognize their strengths and, more importantly, their weaknesses. You know what I mean? And that's just, you know, the humbleness is not like being humble. I feel like is just being willing to learn. You know what I'm saying? That's really all it is. Like, you just gotta be willing to learn. Like, we go out to conferences, we go out to music festivals, South by Southwest. We're about to leave tomorrow, like, and we're driving. We're taking a road trip, and you know, it's hard work. So it's like my tip is, this is not a turn the damn music video off, yo. It's a job.
Amen to that.
That's just my tip.
So what you had? What's your ultimate goal with your music? You want to be signed? You want to stay signed to indie? What's the goal? Distribution deals?
The best type of deal, for people who don't know, like the best type of deals usually are distribution deals, artist development deals, things like that. You know, music companies are kind of like Sally Mae, to be honest. You get a loan, you gotta pay it back. Absolutely. So you definitely want to be in a position, or we want to be in a position where, you know, we kind of just have someone being a strong network. Financial helps as well, but more so the support system to back up what we're already doing. Because, you know, the reality is if you put your stock in yourself, you invest in yourself, you get your own stock, and you have room for negotiation. Like, you can't just offer me a crappy deal, because you got to be able to do what I can't do. I always say, like, if my team hit the jackpot tomorrow, and we won, like, millions of dollars tomorrow, if I can do what you can do, I don't need you. I'd rather wait. Like, that's how I see it. Like, if you, because what the heck is the difference? Like, it's because you have the money and I don't. But if I had the money and all my ideas are, if not the same or better, because they're usually more creative, because we really love what we're doing. We're not stale in the business of everything and just, okay, well, what's the now? Like, we want to show our influences, like what we've been up to, like, you know, a lot of different walks of life that we have going on over here. So, you know, that's it. So as far as deals go, to be honest, half the time I don't got time to be thinking about that. I'm in the stew. I'm at the show. I'm out in the streets. Like, we're out working. So whoever believes in us is usually where, you know, you situate yourself.
What legend do you want to leave in your music, with your music? What message?
Nice.
I mean, you know, it's definitely Black Roses all day. I mean, I'm a fan, no doubt about it, but the reason why they rock with me is because I am a Black Rose. Like, I feel like, you know, my type of character as far as females go, I am a female. I'm not a female rapper, I have to tell. I mean, I've been a girl for a long time. I am aware that I'm a girl. Like, but as far as, like, not just females like me, but people like me. People who are expected to be a certain way. Like I grew up, you know what I'm saying? I was born in Haiti, moved to Mattapan, then quickly moved to Milton. I went to Milton schools, you know what I mean? I chilled a lot of time in Mattapan, then got to do a lot of like, you know, school programs. I was nice with the school stuff. I was nice with it. I understood the hustle. Like you do good in school, you can sleep all day in class if your grades are right. And I did that. But like, you know, you got a lot of mixes and walks and you know, like for example, like some people may say I'm not the most ladylike or whatever, or like people always kind of just see you and they suspect one thing, and I just want to obliterate that whole act. Like stop expecting everything. It's like the ADD culture that we're living in right now just makes you have to accept something. Like if I say yes, I'm a rapper, what kind of rapper are you? Why do I have to tell you that? Why? Before genres were made up, you were just that. And so my legacy is just like, don't apologize for who you are. Like stop trying to figure it out. Just sit there and learn something. Like, you know what I mean? Stop trying to box things up, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I mean, if at the end of the day, whether you like my music or not, it's not going to change if I'm making it or not. You know what I mean? And that's what type of energy that I try to like leave behind. Like I'm just doing it. I'm doing what you would do if you were in my shoes. It's really no different. So, you know, I don't, the whole like, I should do this or I look like, because a lot of people think I'm a singer. Like you see pictures, they're like, oh, she's a singer. I'm like, why? Because I have freaking lip gloss on, yo? What you mean? Because I got lipstick, because I got makeup, because I'm wearing heels? Like, you're wearing heels and you're rapping? Like, I'm a girl. Like, I wear heels. Like, I don't go to the store and buy, like, and it's not like I wouldn't. You know what I mean? And that's another thing. Of course, I get the, oh, she must be a lesbian. Even that. Like, she must be a lesbian because she wears, like, kicks. And it's like, what? I mean, just because I am capable of backing your girl does not mean I'm a lesbian. Like, just all of those little things of people just trying to assess things too quickly. It's like, just cut it out.
What's the oddest stereotype someone has said about you?
Straight up that. Like, yo, no doubt, all my life, I thought that all female rappers were lesbians. I thought you were a butch.
Well, she's not.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm really not though. But thanks for the sharing the thought. I guess, like, shout out to that. Like,
wow.
Yeah, and just that's really just the wildest. But that's just stupid. To be honest with you, like, because if anybody ever listens to my music, you could. I'm not talking about girls. Like, you know what I mean?
But y'all can still support the music.
Yes.
No doubt about it. Yeah, but, you know, I mean, I don't really deal with them. Honestly, like you said, you know, I do get a lot of love, which is dope. And I tell people, it's like, yeah, I get a lot of love because I give a lot out. So, the hell? Like, yes, it's really genuine. It's like I rock with the people I'm in and they rock with me. So
if you approach her correctly, she will show love right back.
Sure, exactly. I mean, everybody knows what a chick from the bean is like. I mean, we cool. We're good. We're great. Hi, how are you? How's everything? Want to go down, you know, get a smoothie or something? But you rock with you mess with us. Was that not
and I've seen the black roses in bunches. You don't want to tangle with these ladies.
Plus I got a whole gang of them. Like, exactly. And I mean, yeah, stop assuming stuff. Exactly. Don't assume. Like, don't assume because I'm smiling and I'm nice to you that you can talk to me however you want. Like, things like that. It's all, treat people how you want to be treated, you know what I'm saying? Type thing. It's all we grown here, man. Just cheat code. Like,
now, here we go. Now, back in, you know, my day, being that I'm 38 years old and still look 20. Word up. We didn't have record deals. No. We didn't have 106 in Park, thank God. We didn't have TRL, thank God. What we had were the streets. And beats like this we playing in the background. And either you came and wrecked shop or you just got off the circle. So, knowing that Dutch is heavy with the bars, I want to see how she goes in over this. Or do you want something different?
Damn, let it rock. I don't know. I'm going to fill it out.
Alright. You know the deal.
Since show and tell, I've been known to show what nice is. Hotter than a skillet when I spit it with my spices. It's Rebelle, just chilling like refrigeration. Here to stamp these brothers with their data expiration. Cause the game spoiled like they left the top off. Got all these silly brothers thinking they can pop off. They bugging, they so terrible, it's troublesome. They thinking I was done till I hit them with another one. They love it, it's MCing from the Empress. Holding hearts for hostage, being ego senseless. And I know it takes me hard, make me curious. Looks got these girls hooked and these girls curious. My GPS flow lets me take a different route. Never have to pose in these pictures with my out. I'm buck shots at their ears till they listening. George Michael types hidden, hush the killers whispering. Let me enter in, I'ma keep it going, flowing off the top. Never drop, yup, I spit it for the block. And I spit it for the people that I'm rapping with. And the effing hit. Hey yo, effing is the set I'm with. I got Keith in the building with me and Reggie Reg. Always do it, pushing brothers off the ledge. And I'm sharpening the blade, spitting sweet serenade. Cause I got the flavor, call me marinade. I'm just chillin', about to go to Texas soon. I'ma sweep up the competition like I had a broom. I got the boom bow. I got the nice beat, so I'ma clown out. Like red noses, stop for no poses. Cop like no doses. Never sleeping, spit it for the weekend. Yeah, I got him tweaking. I got the ammo, the big lips, but I never look like camels. And woo, Vicky, why you do that? We keep it going. I ain't fix my seat. Yo, I don't know. I'm about to take a trip up after this. I just had some pizza. Shout out to Dad's one. Yup, Dutch, nice to meet ya. That's the record that I got with the homies. Capital J, the city slickers if you don't know me. And Easy Money, ST, he's on it too. And I will represent for the crew, watching how I do. Avi in the building, yeah, she got a smell. Cause she never know I got the beats deeper than the river now. I'm turning like a train style that I hopped this morning. Before I was yawning, I was in New York in the train in Manhattan. Jump back in the car at the stool, like what happened? Shout out to Real P, shout out to Brooke, shout out to FN. We spit with no pen, brethren for the team. Sister and she mean. Yes, I got the lip gloss popping on the gleam. Yep, and keep it going, and keep it flowing. The lights up in my camera so you know it, Yep, he mix it up upon the Mac, leave them flat up on their back. Love the way that they react, and we down south at the South by Southwest show. And you know, I spit it like it's Taekwondo. Shout out to Keith, showing me how to kick. And I'ma flip the beat like this, yeah, like this, yo.
I think she did it. I think she did it. That's Dutch right there, ladies and gentlemen. Bars! That's bars.
Yeah, man.
That's bars. So anyway, we are out.
Yes.
God bless y'all. We'll see you tomorrow. But in the meantime, you need to get your reps up.
Rhymes up, bets up, bars are you cooked up.
Hot sauce ketchup. Let's go.
DJ 213. Team.